Welcome to the Club Doncaster Sports Village for this afternoon's Betfred Championship game between Doncaster. The Dons are entertaining the Midlands Hurricanes. Sunday, the 16th of August. A little bit cloudy and a little bit cooler today in South Yorkshire for this one. It's a big one, though, in the run to the playoffs. A big win for Doncaster away at Barrow in the week. A 1-point victory up at Barrow. That's a massive victory for Richard Horn's men. And they come into this one in 4th in the league with just 3 games remaining. Midlands Hurricanes come into this one 8th in the league. A win today is their last chance to get into the playoffs. It's sure to be a good one. And, of course, I'm sure the Dons will be looking to get one over, should I say, on the Hurricanes after earlier this year, Hurricanes beating Doncaster down at the Midlands. So let's have a quick look at the teams then. We'll have a look at Doncaster first. Gebby is back in the team at fullback today. On the wings, Luke Briscoe and Beretta Faraimo. Reese Lynn and Harvey Horn are in the centres. The halfbacks, Tom Whitehead and Connor Robinson. Of course, Connor Robinson fresh on the back of breaking all those records last week. Mustafa and Matangi are the starting props for the Dons, with Connor Jones donning that hooker shirt in number 19. Second rowers, Sam Smeaton and Louis Johnson, and Louis McConnell is at the back of the scrum at 13 for Doncaster. The interchange bench is Alex Sutcliffe, Jacob Jones, Tyler Heppy and Watson Boas, and the 18th man, should he be needed, is Isaac Miskey this afternoon for head coach Richard Horn. The Hurricanes line up as follows. It's Todd Horner at fullback, Matthew Crimes at on the wing, and also Aidan McGowan, Louis Roberts and Ross Oakes are the centres. The halfback pairing of Ethan Newbold and Lewis Ells, and the props are John Luke Kirby and Tyler Dickinson. You've got Roden at number 9 at hooker. You've got Toby Warren, Oliver Roberts and Elliot Morris back at the back of the scrum at loose forward. The interchanges for the Hurricanes is number 17, Kieran Morgan, number 19, Christopher Kilmore, Kian Tyra and Isaac Shaw. Liam Sutcliffe is the 18th man for head coach Mark Dunning. Today's referee is Scott Michalauskas, as the Dons and the Hurricanes come out onto the field. The Dons in their traditional royal blue and the Hurricanes in a white shirt with a purple and pink trim. So it's going to be a big one in the Betfred Championship. We're at the business end of the season, of course. Big local derby next Sunday as the Dons take on Sheffield here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. It's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. It's been a big run-in for the Dons. Had a couple of change rounds, of course, in the team. When you look at the squad from the team that went up to the north to play Barrow on Wednesday night, and the team, of course, who broke all those records with that 120-point victory here last week against the North Wales Crusaders. So Scott Michalauskas blows the whistle and gets us underway, and Tom Whitehead takes it and bobbles with that one as Matangi drives the ball forward for the Dons. Mustafa now takes the drive, taking the Dons 30 out. Connor Jones, of course, known for coming off the bench and jumping out a dummy half, starting at hooker today for Doncaster. Ball goes to the right, and Matangi takes his second drive of the set. McConnell now drives the ball forward into the Hurricanes half of the field. Decent first set. What's the first kick going to look like? I'm sure they'll come to Robinson. They do. He puts his boot through the ball and tests the fullback. who didn't pass that test, by the way, who loses the ball on the first one. That's not a great start by Todd Horner at fullback for the Hurricanes. Aidan McGowan blocking the defenders of the Dons chasing, but it wasn't good enough. And Todd Horner catches the ball, or tries to catch the ball, no pressure really, and drops it, which means that the Dons have a set 10 metres out, scrum in the centre of field. Feeds the scrum, Jones out the back, over to Whitehead. Whitehead to Reece Lynn, who comes on the diagonal towards the post. Halfway between the post and the touchline on that right-hand side. The ball comes to the middle. Mustafa goes forward, tries a dancing feet, but the Hurricanes' defence is pretty strong. Ball comes out to the left. Whitehead, drop off to Matangi, who comes on a bit of a sideways trajectory. As he's trying to play the ball, he's pleading with the referee, Scott Mikalauskas, but he says, no, you've got to look after the possession of the ball, and it's going to be a scrum down the Hurricanes' head and feed. So the Dons completing set 1, but not completing set 2. That was one of the frustrations of Richard Horne on Wednesday night. If you listen to his after-match interview, wasn't very happy. Even though they won, he was happy with the result, but he wasn't happy with the completion. So here comes McGowan now. Small and nimble is McGowan on that right-hand edge for the Hurricanes. Big tackle coming in by Smeaton. And Whitehead. Again, Whitehead and Horne back in the team today. They missed out on Wednesday night, going back to their parent club, of course, here on loan. Nice meet again. Harvey Horne on this left side, getting involved with quite a lot of tackles early on. Kicking from his own 40. Luke Briscoe takes it on the full and bounces off one and finds his front. Nice to see Luke Briscoe back here in the Dons shirt. Had quite a bit of time off this year, injured of course. Ball comes to the left. Here's Horne. Gets tackled and wrapped up well by Toby Warren. Gebby gets hold of the ball and takes it forward. Robinson, Mustafa on the drop-off. Takes the ball 30 out. It's the last. I'm sure they'll look for Robinson once again. Yes, they do. Robinson starts running. Chips over the top. This time it's McGowan who takes the ball well this time for the Hurricanes. Big lad drives forward. That's Lewis Roberts for the Hurricanes. Getting involved early doors. Hurricanes then bringing the ball out, 30 out. Goes to the middle. The big men driving down the middle. That's John Luke Kirby. Finding the kick on the last. The kick coming from Els. But well taken by Faraimo, who charges backwards. But's met well by Roberts, who doesn't back down. Robinson jumps in at dummy half. Here comes Horne. Goes forward, but met again by big defence from Elliot Morris for the Hurricanes. Ball comes out this left-hand side. Sam Smeaton gets tackled. The Dons now into the Midlands half of the field. McConnell gets turned in the tackle. Couple of tackles remaining. Comes to Robinson. Robinson dummies one way, dummies the other. Great ball on the inside to Connor Jones, who backs up Connor Robinson. The two Connors working together. An absolutely great try for the Dons. Starting us off. 5 minutes gone here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village, and it's a try for the Dons, who start us off this afternoon. Let's have a look at this one then. Play the ball, 30 out, comes to the left. Connor Jones to Connor Robinson, who dummies the ball, goes through the line, puts on the footwork, and Connor Jones is on Connor Robinson's inside. How many Connors can you get into one statement? But it's a 4-0 start after 5 minutes here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Richard Horn will be happy with that one. Great start, because that's one of the things he said on Wednesday night. Although they went all the way up to Barry, he wasn't happy with the start. But after that journey on a Wednesday night, I'm not surprised. But they got the victory in the end. Connor Jones on the score sheet again. He was one of the players of the game on Wednesday night, apparently. And here comes the boot now of Connor Robinson. Strikes the ball well, touch judges, flags go up. It's Doncaster 6, Midlands Hurricanes 0. Nice start to the game here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. The sun's trying to peek through those clouds as well. As I said in the pre-match build-up today, the Hurricanes have to win this game today if they've got any chance of still making the playoffs. It's an outside chance, but they would have to get the 2 points today. If not, they're out of the race for the playoffs. The Dons, of course, just seeing how high up the field they can finish the season. Gebby takes the kickoff to Matangi. Matangi plays the ball. Ball comes to the left. Horn steps off one onto the other. Met well by halfback Newbold there. Of course, defending out on this right-hand edge. Doncaster seems to be targeting this right-hand edge. When you've got a player like Connor Robinson who plays on the left edge of Doncaster, lots of stuff goes through him, doesn't it? So Connor Jones this time goes to the right. Gebby, oh, what a great ball. He tried doing the offload from the breakaway, but referee Scott Michalowska says it was a forward pass anyway, so it wouldn't, even if Connor Jones had got hold of it, it wouldn't have counted. And it's a forward pass, so it'll be a scrum down. It'll be Midlands Hurricanes ball, just in their own half of the field. Gebby getting involved early on, trying to speed things up like he does. He's been outstanding this year in that Dons shirt. So, Hurricanes feed the scrum, comes out to McGowan on this right. Gets into the Dons half of the field just. Dons line speed, very, very good. And meets Dickinson, who drives the ball in. Hooker Roden to the left. The referee looks like he's going to give a penalty for a late-timed challenge. Wasn't happy with that one. So Matangi is penalised for taking a Midlands player off the ball. Here come the Hurricanes. Morris drives in the first. Dummies right, goes left. Out back. The three-quarter line working well there. Els, Newbold and Horner gets tackled with the ball. Here's Els. Drop off to Dickinson. Dickinson gets tackled. 10 out. Goes down that left-hand side. Little shimmy, little shake, but gets tackled just before the try line. Tries a crash ball. That's number 8. Kirby on the crash, but Dons hold him out there. It's the last tackle. They have to go out 10 metres. They play the ball. Comes back to Els, but it's a poor pass. And it's on the floor, but he's managed to pick it up. Little chip into the corner. And well taken by Faraimo there. Good test of the defence, of course, for the Dons, and they come up with the ball. Nice footwork there by Matangi. Driving the ball. 30 out, and Connor Jones sees the players not marking square, jumps out of behind the ruck. Of course, I mentioned that earlier, didn't I? He likes to jump out of the ruck, does Connor Jones, and he did that there. Saw his markers was not square, and gets his team a penalty. Robinson kicks it into touch and gets a good 15 metres on that one. Here we go, back underway. 2 balls on the field, but we're back underway now with 1. Matangi drives forward and finds his front. Hurricanes players trying to put him on his back, but he finds his front. Here comes Mustafa now. Steps off 1, steps off 2, gets 30 out. The sun has just beamed through the clouds here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village as we go out that right-hand side. That's Louis Johnson. Ball comes to the middle. Whitehead takes on the line himself, but gets tackled centre field. Connor Jones comes left, jumps out. It's Mustafa, who passes back on the inside to McConnell, but good last-ditch defence by the Hurricanes. It's the last. Comes to Robinson. Robinson looks like he's going to boot it, but instead he dummies it one way, dummies it the second, and it looks like he nearly lost the ball as he put it down, but referee was right on the spot, a lot closer than I, and says, no, he definitely got it down. The Hurricanes players weren't really happy with that one, but with 12 minutes gone, Connor Robinson gets himself a try, taking on the defence all by himself. Of course, on the last, you'd expect him to kick the ball, wouldn't you? That's what normally happens with Robinson, but he tricked everyone there, including myself. I was waiting for it to go onto his foot, and he dummied to the left and jumped back on the inside, dive over. And as he dived over, he nearly lost the ball, but just caught it again before he put it down. So great solo effort there by Connor Robinson. He set up the first, he scored the second. He's some great form at the moment is Connor Robinson. Kick to come then. Sat right behind where this kick's coming from, so hopefully I'll be able to tell you before the touch judges if it's going to go over or not. Strikes it with that left boot, and of course it's gone over. Why did I even potentially doubt the boot of Connor Robinson? 12-0 then, after 13 minutes here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Betfred Championship action, of course, it's getting ever closer, isn't it, to the business end of the season. Good start, though, by the Dons. Richard Horn will be the happier of the 2 coaches at the moment. Kick off exactly the same as the last 2. Whitehead underneath it. Here comes Matangi off that back fence. Breaks the line, but gets tackled. Ball comes to the left. Here's Riesling now, coming in off that right centre to have a drive. And this time Gebby tries speeding things up again. Bats one off, tries a little offload. Luckily goes behind Horn as comes back to the middle, but gets absolutely crunched there in the middle of the park by the number 10 Dickinson of the Hurricanes. Connor Jones jumps out of dummy half, steps 1, steps 2. Is he going to go around the fullback? He does go around the fullback, but he does slow him down. He's still going. He's taking the line on himself. I tell you something, the 2 Connors are absolutely working, well, magic this afternoon. Great take, though, there by Roberts. Well done to the Hurricanes player, Louis Roberts there. Manages to just out-jump Faraimo. But yeah, the 2 Connors are just totally controlling this game today. As the Hurricanes had a little drop-off ball on that left edge. The referee, though, a nice relieving penalty for the Hurricanes. Gives a penalty for offside. kicks the ball towards the touchline. It just goes into touch, bang on the halfway. Roberts taps the ball, and a little tip on to Dickinson, who's got through a lot of work in this first 16 minutes. Great charge down the middle by the Hurricanes, making a good 10 metres there. Elliot Morris. This time Horner comes into the line from fullback and gets tackled in possession. 15 out from the Dons line. Ball comes to the middle. It's Els. Little drop-off ball, but sends the Hurricanes player straight down the middle, gets absolutely hammered. Horner then. Great flat ball to Warren, who gets tackled 5 short. It's the last. Comes down this near side. Roberts, does he get held up by the Dons? He does. Another great defensive set by the Dons, keeping out the Midlands Hurricanes. Who's going to put the hand up for this first drive? It's Faraimo. Great leg drive after contact. Gets the Dons 10 out. This time Horn comes in for some more work. He's got through a lot of work in this first 17 minutes as well. Connor Jones jumping out of dummy half and making some more great meters down the middle of the pitch. Pretty easy for them to get out at the moment. This time Robinson jumps out. Sees that no one's back. Oh, he tries getting a 40-20 there, but Horner got the bounce for the Hurricanes and manages to bring the ball back, keep the ball in the field. Here comes McGowan now. Steps one, but gets tackled by Smeaton. Another big drive down the middle. The referee says it's not high. Coming in off that left wing is Crimes there, but looked pretty high to me, but the referee said no, as the Hurricanes go into the Dons half once again. Tip ball, the two props working together. Dickinson to Kirby. Kirby on the last, gets tackled. Referee's arms in the air. Finds Els. Els kicks the ball. It's a bit of a swirler in the wind, but Faraimo takes it well. He's looking for a gap. He's running to the right. He finds the middle of the field like any good winger would. Quick play the ball. Here, Gebby now looking for some support. Still trying to go forward is Gebby. The only one way he knows. Plays the ball very quickly. Robinson to Briscoe. Briscoe getting involved now on the opposite side of the field to where he's playing. He's on the right wing, but he's coming down this left-hand edge at the moment. Fights to play the ball and does. Smeaton at dummy half this time. Little tip on. Robinson to Horn. Horn gets tackled. Connor Jones comes to the left. This time a ball along the ground from the boot of Robinson. Horner takes it well, but Robinson and Smeaton smother in defence. Good completion rate so far for the Dons. Quick play the ball, and you wouldn't expect a prop picking it up and scooting from dummy half, but Dickinson does just that for the Hurricanes. Isaac Shaw just coming onto the field for Elliot Morris. Got through a lot of work as Elliot Morris in this first 20 minutes for the Hurricanes. It's the last. This time through the boot of Newbold. Again, up in the hair, but Faraimo positioned well and takes it and drives the ball forward. Well tackled by the Hurricanes. Substitution now going on for the Dons as Matangi comes off and replaced by Tyler Heppy. Here comes Heppy. Drives forward. Gets dragged back a couple of meters. And Jacob Jones comes on the field for Muzi Mustafa. Referee blows the whistle and says it's a high shot on Connor Jones. So it's a penalty to the Dons on halfway. Bit of a relieving penalty. Time goes off then. We're just gone 20 minutes and 21 minutes into this game in the Betfred Championship. It's in favour of the Dons, 12-0 at the moment, but this sort of last 5 minutes, it's been very even, end-to-end rugby in the arm wrestle, as they say in rugby league, as the water carriers all run on with a little bit of water in the heat this afternoon. It's as I said, the cloud was here at the beginning, but the sun's poking through those clouds now, so it's starting to heat up a little bit here in South Yorkshire. Been a very dry summer, but looking at the field here, it's in great nick, of course. Just being relayed over the early summer months, hence the Dons having quite a few away games, and now they've been back here for a few games in a row this August. Looks like the Hurricanes player's back on his feet, Oliver Roberts now. And the referee puts time back on. So physio's finished doing what he needs to do and says, let's crack on. Here comes Heppy. Gets tackled centre field. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Ball goes to the right. Robinson to Whitehead. Whitehead to Lynn. Lynn looking for an offload. He's trying to fight his way through. And he stayed on his feet. Well done, Reece Lynn. The crowd applaud that one. Ball comes to the left with Roberts, who puts on a step, but met well by the Hurricanes. Turns him onto his back. Ball comes left from Robinson to McConnell. McConnell out the back to Robinson. Robinson to Gebby. Gebby dancing across the field. Back to where it all started on that right-hand side with Johnson. Things down a little bit. It's been in a bit of an arm wrestle for the last 10 minutes, so let's just take a chance at a penalty conversion. So Connor Robinson, I don't think he'll make a mistake with this one. With 24 gone, just to the right of the post. He's attempting the penalty goal. Hope it doesn't hit the post, because the Doncaster team is gone back for the kickoff. There's only Sam Smeaton up there, but no, never a worry as it sails over the black dot. And Connor Robinson makes it 14 to the Dons, the Hurricanes 0. So the Hurricanes just made a sub, and the player coming on has got no number on. So I need to work out who that is. I'll see what I can do for you as we get back underway. Thanks to the boot of Todd Horner, fullback for the Hurricanes. Here comes Heppy. Straight at the man with no number. And we'll try our best to get hold of who that is. Smeaton now drives the ball to the middle of the field. The Dons seem in control in this game. Ball comes to the middle. Gebby dancing around on one foot onto the other. Plays the ball. Jones to Robinson in his own 40. Looks for a 40-20. And well done and well positioned by Todd Horner.
Interchange for the Hurricanes player off at number 9, Aidan Rowan, replaced by number 19, North Slingler, whose jersey that is Christopher Cullimore.
Christopher Cullimore is the player with no number. Let's make a note of that so I remember. Talking of Cullimore, he jumps out of dummy half and makes some nice yards into the Dons, half of the field. Ball goes down the left-hand side for the Hurricanes, but a nice offload as well. The ball goes to the ground, and Els says to his big men, come on, go on the inside. But the Dons turn the play on the back, on the last. Good tackle by the two Joneses. That's Connor and Jacob, no relation, I believe. Oh, well took there at the back from the Dons winger, Luke Briscoe. The crowd go up saying it was a high tackle, but referee not giving any as Gebby uses his dancing feet once again and nearly breaks the line. Dons are 30 out from their own line. Connor Jones throwing his arms up in the air saying, come on, we want to quicker play the ball than this, as the Hurricanes are starting to slow down the Dons now. But Reece Lynn gets tackled, stood up, plays the ball, quick play the ball. Ball on the inside to Heppy. Heppy gets met well by Newbold. Heppy this time, though, doesn't play the ball correctly. And gets told off by his own player, Connor Robinson there. He says, just get up and play your ball. Just get up and play it. It's not hard. But he tried too quickly to play the ball. He's trying to speed things up. And instead, the referee says, no, it's a changeover. And the Hurricanes now have the ball just inside their own half of the field. Cullimore to McGowan, who drives the ball in on tackle 1. Ball again to the middle. Big man down the middle, Kirby. Done some big yards in this first 28 minutes. Ball comes to the right. Well, the crowd and Connor Robinson shout for a forward pass there, but not to be given to Toby Warren. Ball across to Els. Els out the back to Horner. Horner manages to get the ball back to Els. Els with a little chip into the corner. Is the Hurricanes player going to get there? I think he is, you know. That left winger for the Hurricanes, Crimes, manages to beat Briscoe to the ball and scores a try on that left-hand side. Great little play by the Hurricanes. Nice kick through as he sees Gebby and Briscoe out of place by Lewis Els. And the left winger, Matthew Crimes, manages to get his name on the score sheet. Let's have a look at this one. Nice little drop off to Oakes. Oakes gets the ball back to Elms. Els kicks the ball through. I don't think Briscoe realised. He thought Gebby were getting it. Gebby thought Briscoe were getting it. And instead, the Hurricanes winger, Crimes, says, no, I'll have it instead. And he did. He got his first. He was the first to the ball. So just before the half-hour mark, the Hurricanes get themselves on the score sheet. So it's toughest kick of the day so far. In fact, is he taking his own kick, I think, here? Strikes the ball well. But the crowd will tell you he didn't get that one. So Crimes tried converting his own kick, converting his own try, should I say, but that wasn't to happen. So the score then here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village with 30 minutes gone in this one. It's the Dons 14, Midlands Hurricanes 4. So Doncaster kick off through Robinson, nice and deep. Try scorer, Crimes gets the takes the kick off, and off the back fence comes Kieran Morgan, gets tackled with the ball. Big defensive set. Heppy trying to make up for his mistake now in defence, but involved in both of those tackles. Oh, he met that one well as well, Heppy. 3 in a row now for Tyler Heppy in the tackling department, but he's not in there this time. As Cullimore jumps out of dummy half, but Sam Smeaton meets him well. Ball across the middle. Kieran Morgan got some great hands for a big man. But the Hurricanes thought he was going to run it on the last, but he doesn't. So as the ball, the referee gives back to 0. And he's saying that Connor Jones jumped towards the kick, so he's put himself in that position. Therefore, he's played at the ball. So this time then, Lewis Roberts comes on this right-hand side. Ball on the floor for the Hurricanes, but Todd Horner trying to make something out of nothing. Gets tackled by Riesling on that far side of the field. Here comes Moran for the Hurricanes. It's the last. Ball out to the left. Trying to speed things up on that left-hand side. Manages to keep his feet, keep his arm off the floor and offload, but straight to a waiting Louis Johnson for the Dons. Now, oh, great offload, he says, but the Dons weren't ready for it. Here comes Gebby. Goes round 1, goes round 2. Little pass on the inside to Robinson, who puts on the afterburners. He's looking for some help and support, but he's not got it. He has got it this time with Gebby. Gebby, oh, drops the ball. And this time, excuse me, this time, unfortunately, the ball comes up in the hands of the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes coaching staff not happy now to my left, because referee gives a penalty for a dump tackle, but he'd managed to get an offload, and the try scorer for the Hurricanes, Crimes, was away there. The referee brought him back. Anyway, kick to touch. We're back underway. The Hurricanes restart this game. Since the subs have come on, the pendulum is swinging towards the Hurricanes for now. Just inside their own half of the field. It seems to have sped up the ruck since Cullimore's come on. The Dons now having to do a bit more defending. Heppy says he's knocked on in the tackle, but the referee says no, he's not. Ball out to that left-hand side. Once again, the 3 quarters linking up well for the Hurricanes. Horner gets tackled in possession. Ball back to Els in the middle of the field. Little drop off to Moran. It's the last. Once again going down that left-hand side, putting the ball up in the air. Luke Briscoe looks nice and chilled out underneath that, too chilled out, and he loses the ball. And the Hurricanes try overplaying, but manage to keep the ball. So Luke Briscoe not having a great afternoon on that right wing at the moment. Anyway, for the last 5 minutes, I said he looked a bit too chilled out there, didn't I? As the Hurricanes now have another set of 6, 10 metres out. Here comes the big men for the Hurricanes. Ball goes to the left, Els. Little shimmy, little shake. And the Hurricanes player rolls out of the first attempt at tackle. That's Ross Oakes this time. Rolls out of the tackle, dives over the line, and gets the Hurricanes' second try of the afternoon on 35 minutes. I told you the Hurricanes seem to be, that pendulum seem to be swinging. It's a massive thing in rugby league, in momentum, and they certainly have it at the moment. do the Hurricanes. Let's have a look at this. All started underneath the post. Ball out to the left to Els, who passes the ball to Oakes. Oakes spins in the tackle. Missed tackles for the Dons. And Oakes dives over for his first of the try and the Hurricanes' second of the game. So that really does make a game of it now. The substitutions have been the difference, I think, so far in this first half, as Matthew Grimes this time does convert to make it a one-score game. It's Doncaster 14, the Hurricanes 10.
Converting by number 2, Matthew Grimes, yielding a score of Doncaster 14, Hurricanes 10.
If ever the Dons needed a wake-up call, that was it, with probably around about 5 minutes left. We did have that little injury, didn't we, in this first half, so probably around 5 minutes left of this first half. Both tries coming on the Dons' right, the Hurricanes' left. So here comes Hurricanes once again, charging forward. Gets tackled, 20 out. Moran now. Drives forward, he's got through a lot of work since he's come on. Like I say, the subs have done well for the Hurricanes. Good tackle by Horn there. Putting the Hurricanes player onto his back. Nice drive by Warren, but met well once again by the players. So here we go. Gebby now brings the ball back after a big long kick downfield. Good leg drive after contact. The Dons will be just looking to complete a set, just settle things down a little bit as the two wingers combine. Briscoe to Faraimo. Briscoe comes back. I thought he was going to have another run there himself, but he didn't. And Horn now takes the ball forward. The crowd not happy, says it was too high. Briscoe picks up the ball. He takes the ball forward and gets tackled. 40 out. Connor Jones this time jumping out. Heppy puts on the brakes and gets tackled, but a nice offload to Whitehead. Whitehead out to Lynn. But Briscoe's not on that right wing, but Reece Lynn bats off one, bats off two, puts a step round the fullback. What a great try by Reece Lynn. I'm looking forward to seeing that one again, because Reece Lynn there rolling back the years, scoring a time when the pendulum was definitely swinging towards the Hurricanes. Reece Lynn takes control of a set and scores for the Dons. So let's have a look at this one. Heppy puts on the brakes and gets a nice offload to Whitehead, takes on the line. Whitehead, a nice pass out to Lynn. Lynn realises there's no one on his right-hand edge and just pushes off the Hurricanes player and puts a step on the fullback, dives over. Like I say, rolling back the Super League years there, Reece Lynn, scoring on, well, about 10 metres to the right of the posts. And that will make Richard Horn a little bit happier after the last 15-20 minutes, because that's been all the Hurricanes as they came back right into this game. So it's 18 points to 10 with the kick to come through the boot of Connor Robinson. Not far away from half-time now here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Connor Robinson, left footed, strikes the ball. Yep, touch judges are happy. And he extends the lead. The Dons 20, Midlands Hurricanes 10. And yeah, I think if I'm being totally honest, the Dons needed that one just before half time, and that one could be some big points in this afternoon's game. Always say, don't the score just before half-time is a great time to score. Could that be the sucker punch for the Hurricanes? Or are they going to come out fighting off the mat? Well, we'll find out. As Whitehead takes the kick off and Heppy drives forward. Met well, though, by Cullimore. This time, McConnell drives it in. The hooter goes in the background. And when I say just before half-time, I mean it. Just before half-time, that try. Could that be the difference at the end of the game? Well, only time will tell. It's 20 points to 10 at half-time. 10 points in this game. Betfred Championship action at the club Doncaster Sports Village. We'll have a quick look through the tries this afternoon from that first half. Let's have a look at these then. So just recap on the tries. All started off by the Dons. The two Connors in that first 20 minutes were absolutely on fire as Connor Robinson passes on the inside to Connor Jones, who scores underneath the posts to make it 4-0. This time, Connor Robinson gets himself on the score sheet for try number 2, and he converts his own try as well. Connor Robinson, solo effort, dummies to the left, puts a step on, looks like he nearly knocked on, but manages to regather it before he put the ball down. Then the Dons took 2 to make it 14 points to 0. Then come back by the Hurricanes. Great little play there, little kick through. Gebby and Briscoe not communicating at the back, and the Hurricanes scoring through Crimes. This one was a nice little try for the Hurricanes, I'm not going to lie, on the left edge once again. Nice play as Oakes hits and spins in the tackle. Any good centre will do that. Hits and spins and dives over for the try. Conversion successful, making it 10 points to 14. Then comes Reese Lynn, rolling back the years, batting off 1, batting off 2, puts a step on the fullback and scores to the right of the uprights. And Robinson continuing with that right boot, making the score at half-time here at the club Doncaster Sports Village. Doncaster 20, Midlands Hurricanes 10. Welcome back to the second half of this Betfred Championship game at the club Doncaster Sports Village here in South Yorkshire. Half-time at the moment, and a big try just before half-time, of course, to the Dons, making it Doncaster 20, Midlands Hurricanes 10 at half-time here in South Yorkshire. The Dons were certainly the bigger, better team in that first 20 minutes of the game. Then they had a bit of a 10-15 minute spell off, to be fair, and the Hurricanes came right back into it after 20 minutes on the clock. Brought the game back to 14-10. And then a try right on the final hoot, or just before the final hooter, to Reece Lynn for the Dons, making sure that Richard Orne's men went in front, number 1 and number 2, taking charge of that first half. Head-to-head meetings between these two earlier in this season, of course. The Midlands Hurricanes beat the Dons 26-24, so the Dons definitely looking for revenge. We're underway then from the boot of Robinson, and the Hurricanes bringing the ball back off that back fence. Here come then the Hurricanes down the middle, leaving Dons players on the floor. Tyler Heppy getting back involved in the tackling. It's going to be a big second half as the Hurricanes look to kick out of their own half, and they do with Newbold, but Faraimo takes it well and just runs straight for the half-back, who were chasing his own kick, leaves him on the floor. Horn scoops out of dummy half, bounces off one into Moran. The crowd not happy with that one, said it was too high, but the referee says he's happy with it. Briscoe puts the dancing feet on. He's on his way to the floor there, but catches a loose arm from the Hurricanes player. Isaac Shaw, I think that was. Briscoe getting a little bit of treatment on the floor. He's on his knees, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Just getting a once over by the physio, who puts the thumbs up and says he's all right. So it's going to be a penalty to the Dons. Centre field, 40 out. Kick to touch from Robinson. Sees them now 20 out. First attack of this second half then to the Dons. In good ball, McConnell drives forward. Gets tackled. Robinson trying to speed things up on this right. Little ball on the inside to Jacob Jones, who just gets tackled by Cullimore. Ball comes out to the right. Johnson now gets the offload to Connor Jones. Connor Jones tips the ball on. I think it was to Jacob Jones, who's underneath that pile of bodies there, and scores himself a try. I'm sure that was Jacob Jones. I will double check. Yes, I'm getting the nod. It was Jacob Jones underneath the pile of bodies. So Connor Jones to Jacob Jones to scoring a try. So great start to the second half. As the first, to be fair, great start to the first half. Connor Jones to Johnson. Johnson managed to, how he got that out. Well done to him there. Connor Jones sees Jacob Jones on the great ball, crash ball, as he dives over underneath those bodies and scores himself a try about 5-6 meters away from the right and upright of the post. So like I say, the start of the first half well, the start of the second half well as well. Scoring just before half-time and just after half-time. That could be the killer blow come the end of the game today. Scoring on 43 minutes there to make the scores 24 points to 10, with a kick to come from Connor Robinson. Strikes the ball, yep, straight between the uprights. 26 points to 10. Do you know what? When you've got a kicker that good in your team, this is why the record last week was so high at 120 against the North Wales Crusaders, of course. When you've got a kicker that good, making those 4s into 6 each time, it certainly makes a big difference. And they've probably got one of the best, if not the best kicker in the league in Connor Robinson. Gebby takes the kick off. Here comes Heppy. Already run 20 metres and bounces the Hurricanes player with no name or no number on his shirt, which is Christopher Cullimore, who's playing at hooker at the moment for the Hurricanes. Karimo plays the ball, a bit scrappy. Connor Jones scoots from dummy half with no markers. That's his little play that he does. Here comes Smeaton this time. Gets tackled just inside the Hurricanes half of the field. Down that left-hand edge. Going down the short side for Gebby to Horn. Horn gets tackled already in the background. I can see Connor Robinson saying it's going high into the sky, but Gebby thinks differently and throws the ball. Wild ball back on the inside. And Frimo says to the Hurricanes player, you pick it up and I'm just going to jump on you. And that's where we're going to start this set. Great line speed there by Jacob Jones. Nowhere to go for McGowan in the Hurricane shirt. This time Lewis Johnson again. Great line speed. As the Dons keeping Hurricanes 3 tackles. They've gone about 5 metres forward right across the field, but only 5 metres forward. Ball out the back to Warren. And Warren tries the offload, and Heppy tries his luck at going 40 metres. But instead, what a great tackle that was. What a great tackle by the Hurricanes. I'm not sure who that was. I'm guessing it was Horner, the fullback, who came across. And a great tackle by him there. That was a certain try by the Dons. But the Hurricanes say no. And they now have at the 20-metre restart, all from a Hurricanes mistake, the back where they started. So Hurricanes coming down this left side, met well by Jones and Whitehead, of course on loan from Hull KR. He's wrapped the legs again there, great tackling by Whitehead. Hurricanes in the Dons half for the first time in this second half. The two Joneses again taking the Hurricanes player down. Els kicks the ball, taken well by Gebby in the air. Committed to that take and he took it well. Lynn to Briscoe. Briscoe brings the ball forward. Goes to the middle of the field, gets tackled. Takes 4 Hurricanes players and they still don't put him down. Orn drives forward. Gets tackled. Lynn down the middle. Seen this a lot, haven't we, from the Dons this year. The back line coming in, taking some pressure off the forwards. Heppy breaks the line. Gets tackled, though, by Toby Warren. Gebby tries the running on the last, but brought down well there by the Hurricanes player. Sam Smeaton wasn't really happy with that, though, but the referee in the middle and says, just crack on, let's get on with the game. Back into that to-in and throw-in in this one. Try either side of half-time. The main difference at the moment. 26-10. 8 minutes into this second half. The Hurricanes drive the ball forward. He's had some big minutes this afternoon, has Kirby. As Horner, the fullback, gets involved. Gets tackled on halfway. Ball, poor pass, a very poor pass. Connor Jones says, I'll have a piece of that and see if I can get on a break, but pulled down well by the Hurricanes. Another mistake by the Hurricanes, gifting the ball to the Dons. Faraimo now gets tackled. Heppy goes to the left, offloads the ball to Faraimo, tries a dummy. Jacob Jones and Heppy both making way for back to the starting props. Kebby gets the ball and just walks for a minute and then manages to get the ball. Down that left-hand side then. Connor Robinson tries a double pump. Doesn't get the ball. This time Mustafa gets the ball. Just 5 out. Spins off the Hurricanes player. Uses the post to his advantage as well. And dives over. Literally just come on off the bench. And one tackle later gets himself a try. He'll be happy with that one. Well, Musi Mustafa this afternoon. Literally just come on and he's replaced the two props with the starting props, Matangi and Mustafa. Ball goes down the left, double pump by Robinson. Fools everyone, including himself, I think. A little pass to Jones. Jones, a pass to the middle where the waiting Musi Mustafa is, and he's tough to bring down. He's a big man and he's only small, but he's definitely got the power as he dives over for a try underneath the posts, which could be game, set and match now for the Dons. Louis McConnell coming off and Watson Boas now going onto the field. It'll be interesting to see where Watson goes. Looks like the 18th man may be being brought in. It's a conversion. Sorry, we're just trying to work out what's going on down on the bench. But anyway, Mustafa scores, making it 30. Connor Robinson kicks the goal, making it 32. Sorry, yeah, I've got the wrong Sutcliffe. I'm looking at the wrong side of the team sheet. My bad. It's not. It's Alex Sutcliffe is a normal sub for the Dons. It's Liam Sutcliffe who's the 18th man for the Hurricanes. Yes, my apologies. See, we're only human. We all get things wrong. The kickoff not great, and the doctor nearly literally got hit on the head there by the ball. But the kickoff not great for the Hurricanes, and it went out on the full. And now the Dons have the ball back 10 metres into the Hurricanes half. Sutcliffe then takes the first drive. He's come onto the field in this second half. Connor Jones, some dancing feet to Matangi, gets tackled. 22 out. Ball comes right. Boas, little drop off ball to Lynn. Lynn gets wrapped up well. A few more left though. Connor Jones jumps out of dummy half. Is he going to go ball by himself? No, he's wrapped up by the number 15, Elliot Morris, who's back on the field for the Hurricanes. Just 5 out then now. Goes to the left, Whitehead. Passes out back to Robinson, who puts on the dancing feet. Tips the ball over to Faraimo. Can Faraimo dive over? Or is that great defence there by the Midlands Hurricanes? Making sure that Faraimo didn't dive over. Good play down that left by Connor Robinson once again, but great defence by the Hurricanes holding out Faraimo. He's a tough man to bring down in that corner, but he's done it a couple of times now as the right-hand edge with McGowan over there and Horner at the fullback for the Hurricanes. Here come the Hurricanes now, bringing the ball out of backfield. Big prop with a big dummy. 20 metres out then. Roberts gets met well by, I think that's Boas and Horn over there. Tangi looks for the big hit, but the Hurricanes player puts on the step. Two starting props involved in that one. Roberts, nice pass out to McGowan. McGowan gets met well though by Faraimo. Just on halfway, it's the last. Ball to Newbold. Newbold takes the kick. Briscoe this time looks a little bit more concentrated and takes possession on the full. Brings the ball back 30 out. Yeah, I think he did put his foot into that. Isaac Shaw there, just as he was coming back out of the, pulling out of the ruck area, just left his foot in a little bit. And Reece Lynn says, oh, well, if they're going that far back, I'll take advantage of that, and takes 30 metres. Boas then, at first receiver, bounces off one, runs behind someone. He's been told to go down, which he does. He runs behind his own player. Here comes Matangi. Takes 4 to take him down. And still they don't take him down. Plays the ball. Jones to Robinson. Robinson to Gebby. Well read there in defence by Roberts, who tackles Gebby well. Not having it his own way this afternoon is Gebby. And this time, Whitehead takes the charge, but luckily for the Dons, he loses the ball, and luckily for the Dons, McGowan gets pulled back. So then, first time in decent ball then for the Hurricanes, as the ball goes down that right-hand side. That's Toby Warren. This time, Isaac Shaw down the middle, just where he gave away that penalty. Jumping out of dummy half. Here's number 10-22, Kian Tyra. Ball comes to the left. Little step. It's first time the Dons, on the Dons line. Comes down the short side. It is a very short side this time. On Reece Lynn takes the interception and manages to just get pulled back by the Hurricanes. Warren gives him a shove after the play of the ball. Got through a lot of tackling as the tackles as the hooker Cullimore for the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes player saying that he was elbowed on the floor, but by Briscoe. But Briscoe gets the penalty for messing around in the ruck. Here we go. Dons then get the game back underway. Here comes Sutcliffe. Drives forward and gets put down by the Hurricanes players. Whitehead speeds up the play, takes on the line, plays the ball. Ball comes to Mustafa, sorry. Gets tackled. Boas sorting the line out on the right. Connor Jones goes left. Robinson on the drop-off. No, goes himself. Great little offload. Can Sam Smeaton get that ball down? The touch judge runs through. The referee points at the spot. And Sam Smeaton gets himself on the score sheet this afternoon. 58 minutes into this game. We're nearly into the last quarter. And Sam Smeaton gets himself on the score sheet, making the score 36 points to 10 now. It has been definitely all Dons in this second half. Let's have another look at that one then. Connor Jones, the orchestrator, once again jumping out of dummy half. He's had a great game this afternoon. Takes on the line, Little one-handed offload, and Sam Smeaton dives over and gets himself on the score sheet. Not sure who will be picking them out of the match this afternoon, but both the Connors must have a shout at that. I know we've got still got, what, 21 minutes left of this game, and I'm calling already for 2 players potentially for that man of the match. You never know. There might be someone else who takes my eye in the next 20 minutes. Connor Robinson, though, successful with the boot once again. And Connor Jones, one of the ones I've said about potentially being the man of the match, has just been substituted right now. So let's see how the rest of the game goes. McConnell's come back on for Connor Jones. Here we go then. Watson Boas takes the kick-off. Looks like he was going to pass to Matangi, and instead takes a drive himself. Plays the ball. McConnell now jumping in at dummy half. Little tip on to Reece Lynn. Got through a lot of work as well today as Reece Lynn. Matangi now down the middle. Met well by young Cian Tyra. This time it's Mustafa jumping in behind the ruck. That's where many of the points came last week against the North Wales Crusaders, speeding up the ruck. Oh, Gebby puts on the step, gets round 1, gets round 2, turns the man inside out, gets tackled, 10 out. The referee's got his arm up in the air. It's the last. McConnell goes left to Robinson. Robinson puts his boot through the ball. Who's going to dive for that one first? I don't know. You're closer than me, referee, says the Midlands Hurricanes has knocked the ball dead, which means it will be a dropout repeat set with 19 minutes to go here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. It's currently the Dons 38, the Hurricanes 10. The Dons fans happy with that set and happy with a repeat set. They've been a lot more in control in this second half of the Dons. Big dropout, lands just short of halfway. Robinson passes the ball to Matangi. Matangi says, gives the ball, I'll drive it forward, and that's what he does. Gets tackled 30 out. McConnell, Mustafa, drives forward. Referee gives a penalty. What for this time? I think he's saying, yep, the Hurricanes are offside. He's pointed at them 2 or 3 times and asked talking to them, trying to work with them. But this time he's given a penalty. Robinson says, we're just going to tap it, which he does. You've got Whitehead there, the halfback, taking a drive on tackle 1. Ball goes to the left. Robinson taking on the line. Tries the big looping pass, but Aidan McGowan on the wing for the Hurricanes read that well and comes up with the ball. Roberts now bumps off Robinson. Manages to get the offload to McGowan. Puts on the step. Of course, Aidan McGowan, the Irish international. Ball comes to the left. Watson Boas wraps up the Midlands player pretty well, Oliver Roberts. This time Cian Tyra gets tackled with the ball. Big drive down the middle by Dickinson. Plays the ball. Running the ball on the last. Down that right-hand side. Roberts kicks the ball forward. Well positioned there was Gebby. Ferrimo takes the drive. This time Horn comes forward. Gets tackled. Quick play the ball. Robinson goes to the left, but there's no one there for him. Briscoe takes the ball forward. Tries some dancing feet to get through the gap. Oh, nice hit there by Dickinson. Opened up his ribs. And a rib tickler there. Boas to Matangi. Matangi gets tackled just short of halfway. McConnell in at dummy half, tries a little Connor Jones type dummy. Doesn't quite work for him. Ball to Robinson. Robinson drills it along the ground. And the Hurricanes player tries stopping it with his feet. What did they tell you as a junior? Stop the ball with your feet. He tried that one, but then he kicked it into touch. Todd Horner, if he had his time again on that one, would want to see that one coming at that speed to him again. So what looked like a very controlling game management type kick to touch turns into a great attacking kick. And the Dons have the ball just 15 out. They'll be looking to post some more points here. Ball comes to the right. Boas, little step and a drop off to Sutcliffe. Ooh, gets lifted, but the referee's just put him down nicely, boys, and I won't give a penalty. Ball to the left. Here comes Mustafa. 8 out. Again down the left. Robinson quickening up the game. Smeaton tries to hit and twist, but gets tackled just short of the line. Faraimo picks up the ball from dummy half and dives over. But he says, nope, double movement, does the referee. Interesting. He's a lot closer than I am, but I think he used the guy playing the ball as well as a decoy. So the Hurricanes will be happy. Well done to that man in the crowd. Young lad there catches the ball. Gets the biggest round of applause of the afternoon, I'm not going to lie, here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. As Roberts now back to the action. Takes on Dickinson. Drives into the Dons half of the field. Richard Horn will be looking for that big 0 on the score sheet in this second half. Oh, but a great ball and a great line by the centre. Gets the ball out to this winger, Crimes, who gets tackled. Great line by Oakes there. Oakes back on the inside to Els. Els with a tip on to the Hurricanes number 15, Morris. Gets tackled just 5 of the short of the line. Ball comes to Els on this left-hand side. Great big ball over to this left-hand side, but the referee and touch judge agree that that was a forward pass to Matthew Crimes, not getting his second of the afternoon. They've looked all right, to be fair, with the ball this afternoon, have the Hurricanes, but it's been the defence that's let them down a little bit, especially when the ruck's been sped up by the Dons. That's been the difference between, I think, the two teams. But with ball in hand in good ball, they've looked pretty good of the Hurricanes. But if they don't get the 2 points here today, which is looking highly, highly unlikely with 13 minutes to go, they can't make the playoffs. So the Dons, this is a big win before they go into that South Yorkshire derby against rivals Sheffield Eagles next week here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Definitely get your tickets for that one. They're doing well at the minute as well as Sheffield. It's going to be an absolute humdinger of a Betfred Championship game next Sunday. Mustafa drives forward. A lot more control with Mustafa and Matangi on the field as props. Ball comes to the right-hand side. Boas puts his boot through the ball. Briscoe bats it backwards to Reece Lynn. He's looking for his second. He pats the ball on the inside, but Boas couldn't get hold of it. And this time, yeah, the referee, I thought he was going to do that, gives a penalty for the Dons. Completed the tackle, but a little bit scrappy and pulls the Hurricanes player into touch. So rightly so, I think the Dons, the Hurricanes getting a penalty. Hurricanes kick the ball and he misses touch. That's like a coach killer, is that one, especially when it lands in the hands of Gebby. who drives the ball back and takes the ball back to virtually where it come from. The number 22, young Kean Tyra, come off the bench for the Hurricanes, missed touch, and now they're under a lot of pressure here as Watson Boas looks to take on the line. Jansen's off one, dances off two, realises Smeaton's overrun him and dives to the floor. Couple of plays left, the 10 out. Robinson goes to the left. Horn gets tackled 10 metres out. Smeaton picks up the ball. Robinson looking for a man on the drop-off, and he gets him through Tom Whitehead. Started in the halves. Looks like he's playing loose forward now. Robinson puts his boot on the ball. Both wingers jump for it. It comes backwards. Reece Lynn dives for it. And looks like he's scored. As he know, the referee has said he's knocked on, has he? Oh no, he's given a penalty. I'm not sure what for. He's not. Scott Michalowskis, the referee's given a penalty to the Hurricanes. I'm guessing he's saying that Luke Briscoe took him out in the air, maybe. So the Hurricanes kick the ball to touch. Definitely makes it this time, but the kicker, the youngster Lewis Ells, looks like he's injured his leg kicking that one. But anyway, Dickinson drives first. Ball out to the right. Here comes Warren on that right-hand second rower. He's had a good game for the Hurricanes this afternoon. Back to the middle. This time Cullimore. Drives forward. Good ball to the left. Trying to speed things up a little bit. Well took with one hand. Oh, the ball's all over. Bounce one way, bounce the other. Two knock-ons. Trying to overplay a little bit now are the Hurricanes. Nothing to lose. So they're throwing the ball about a bit. The halfback, Lewis Ells, has tried speeding things up and had a good game this afternoon. We're into the last 9 minutes of this game here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. It's currently the Dons 38, Midlands Hurricanes 10. We got a scrum play from halfway here. The Dons deliberately chose to scrum down right on this left-hand side. Ball goes from right to left. Horn drives forward on that left-hand side of the field. This time it comes back to the middle. Reece Lynn, he's had a decent game this afternoon. Definitely in this second half got more involved after scoring that try just before half-time. Oh, did he lose that ball there? No, referee says no. I think he's got away with one there. As Matangi nearly breaks through the line. But he doesn't, and he plays it. Whitehead to Robinson. Robinson out the back to Gebby. Tries the quick play, the quick pass to Faraimo. Has to backtrack. And turns McGowan inside out. Bats him off once, bats him off twice. But McGowan stuck at him and got stuck into the tackle. Here's Whitehead. Again, driving the ball forwards. Like I say, started in the halves. And he's playing more like a prop at the moment. He's driving the ball in that often. Robinson, boot through the ball. This time, two wingers go for the ball again. Tries batting it back, does Briscoe. But Matthew Crimes for the Hurricanes takes charge of the situation. Here comes try scorer Ross Oakes. Doncaster look up for this in defence. Hope they don't go too soon and give away a penalty. Great defensive line by the Dons, Sutcliffe and Whitehead. Picked up two great loanees in Tom Whitehead and Harvey Horn. Of course, Ravawala getting recalled to Castleford. So he's not in the team this afternoon for the Dons. Jumps out of dummy half, does the number 9. Aidan Roden kicks the ball, but Gebby takes it on the full. And he's someone you don't want running back at you. But he does. Gebby on tackle 1. Briscoe now. Takes the tackle. Epi comes back on the field for Muzi Mustafa, who Heppy will want to do exactly what Mustafa did when he came on off the bench. He scored within 2 or 3 tackles. Talking of Heppy, here he is. Drives the ball forward. Gets tackled 5 short though. Ball. McConnell gets a 6 again, says the referee. So Tyler Heppy now in at dummy half. Didn't think he'd end up playing there today. And he tries it. I knew he was going to do that. You could see that a mile off. He was going to dive over to try and score a try, but doesn't get that. Ball to the left, Robinson. Great lines there by the Dons as Faraimo, the big man. Is he going to get the ball down or is he going to be held up? The referee says no, you're held up. Over the line. Well done to the Hurricanes. Take the ball back 10 metres and try again. Into the last 6 minutes of this one. Plays the ball. Robinson looks for the offload. Gets it out to Boas. Boas out to Gebby. Great hands. And Briscoe now scores on this right-hand side. Great play. Great hands by Gebby. Quick hands by Reese Lynn. And the try line was beckoning for Luke Briscoe to get his name on the score sheet. And if it was in doubt at all, it's definitely not now. That one is definitely signed, sealed and delivered for the Dons now. On 75 minutes, Luke Briscoe scoring on this right-hand side. Good team try. Robinson out back to Boas. Boas looks like he was going to get tackled. Gets away with the pass to Gebby. Gebby to Lynn. Lynn, great hands, quick hands to Briscoe, who scores himself a try and gets himself on the score sheet. Connor Robinson then ready to line this one up. It's currently 42 points to 10. With the kick to come. After this one, there's literally just 2 games left of the Dons season. Sheffield at home and Goole away are the next 2 games. They're looking to finish as high up the table as they can. As Connor Robinson strikes it well. And again, he's had a great day with the boot as Connor Robinson. Every single one he's got this afternoon once again. 7 conversions. 7 conversions from 7 tries this afternoon and 1 penalty goal, making it 8 conversions. Was it 20 last week? I think it was. Let me look back at my stats. I'm sure it was 20 last week he got in a row. Yes, 20 in a row against the Crusaders last week. He's definitely on fire with that boot as we're back underway. Man of the match just about to be awarded. And Muzi Mustafa is the man of the match this afternoon. I don't mean to sound shocked by that one, but I think the 2 Connors probably have something to say about that one. But well done to Muzi Mustafa, the man of the match today here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Heppy then drives up the middle, back to the action for the last few moments. 2 minutes left on the watch. Ball goes to the left to Robinson, who kicks the ball over the head of McGowan. Looks like that one's going to run dead. It does. Don't think there'll be a quick tap because, yep, the Doncaster line's set. McGowan taps it. 1533 the attendance. Tyler Heppy tackling the Hurricanes man. He's in again with Sutcliffe and McConnell. as they get into the Doncaster half of the field. Jumps out of dummy half. Aidan Roden manages to get an offload. This time he tries the offload, but looks like he's knocked on in the tackle. He certainly has. He's lost the ball on the floor. Sums up the second half, really, for the Midlands Hurricanes this afternoon. Not long to go now. Into the last couple of minutes. Gebby takes the ball in front of him, passes to Reece Lynn. Reece Lynn gets tackled, and Crimes kicks the ball on the inside, and here's the big man. Is he going to get this down? He does. The big man, what a try by the big man, Tyler Dickinson. The coaching staff for the Hurricanes in front of me. He's probably the man you wouldn't expect to be chasing the kick, but Reece Lynn loses the ball on the floor. Let's have a look at this one. The ball comes out on the floor. The ball comes out to Matthew Crimes, and Matthew Crimes, getting tackled by Briscoe, kicks the ball on the inside to the prop, who was chasing like a juggernaut down the middle of the field. He'll tell everyone that he ran 100 metres there. In reality, he ran about 20. But he manages to get the bounce of the ball and score the only points of the second half for the Hurricanes. Tyler Dickinson gets himself on the score sheet. So the winger Matthew Crimes going to attempt the goal. It's a bit of a scrappy ending there for the Dons. I think Richard Horn will just be happy with the 2 points, to be fair, after that midweek up at Barrow. Big win, that one, up at Barrow midweek. And this one today as Chimes kicks the ball and converts. So that one is the last kick of the game, which means it's finished here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village. Doncaster 44, Midlands Hurricanes at 16. We will have a quick look at the tries in just a moment, though. Big game next week, remember, down here at the club at Doncaster Sports Village, the big South Yorkshire derby against Sheffield Eagles. So make sure you make your way to that one. Don't be waiting for this to come out. Make sure you get yourself down here for that one. Let's have a look then at the second half tries. It was all one-way traffic really in this second half to the Dons, as the two Joneses started off the scoring. Connor Jones, great little tip pass to Jacob Jones, who scores to the right of the post. Then Mustafa comes in and gets himself on the score sheet. Let's have a look at this. That's a great tackle. Sorry, I missed that bit. Yes, what a tackle there by the fullback, Todd Horner, for the Hurricanes. It looked like they was going to score back-to-back tries. This one, though, as we look, Mustafa comes onto the field. Double pump by Robinson. Jones again passes in the middle to Mustafa. Just come off the bench, twists one way, twists the other, and scores underneath the post. Sam Smeaton then gets his name on the score sheet as well in this second half. And once again, Mustafa charging down the middle of the field, the man of the match in today's game. Jones jumps out of dummy half, again to me, probably my man of the match this afternoon, I'm not going to lie, with a great one-handed offload to Sam Smeaton, who scores on that left-hand side. Then we come round to the right this time. Great team try. Robinson to Boas. Boas to Gebby. Gebby to Lynn. Lynn to Briscoe. And it's a great try for Luke Briscoe. That rounded up the scoring with Connor Robinson kicking the goal. And then just right on the final whistle, Reece Lynn drops the ball in the tackle. pass out to the winger, who kicks across for the Hurricanes, and the big man, the prop, is charging forward. And Dickinson scores for the Hurricanes, converted by the winger Crimes. Finishing the score here at the Club Doncaster Sports Village in front of 1,500 fans. It's Doncaster 44, the Midlands Hurricanes 16. Just remember, next weekend is a big one. Of course, it is the local derby, Dons versus Sheffield Eagles. We'll see you for that one.